Just waiting on the stream to start. Yo, what's going on right now? You watching Casino is the Name, and 1.6 million per hour. That is right. You did not see the thumbnail wrong. 1.6 million per hour. That is what some hedge fund managers have made in the United States of America, okay? This is real money, man. There's a guy named David Tepper. He made 3.5 billion for the year, and if you equated that to 2,080 hours a year for the average 40-hour work week, this guy made 1.6 million per hour. The financial sector is crazy. Hedge fund managers, all those guys on the stock, trading stocks and things like that. $1 million is no money to them. This guy literally would make almost 16 million in one day. So, anyway, let's talk about this. This is crazy. We'll be right back. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the Name. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. All right, so I don't know if any of you guys out there know what hedge funds are, but the numbers are ridiculous, man. The numbers are crazy. Of course, finance is always gonna make money. Now, this is the thing about a hedge fund. So they're investing your money for you, right? And I'm not gonna be on here long. I just think that we need to know about these things, or people like us, because if you're like me, I didn't come from money. I didn't grow up in a house that had a lot of money, and I would have never heard of a hedge fund or anything like that had it not started being put into the media and had I not gone to college for accounting. So in case you don't know, I am an accountant. I have an associate's degree in healthcare management. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting, and I started learning about all of these different ways that the finance sector can make money. And hedge funds is a big one. So I've been getting hit by a lot of accounting students, and they've been asking me what kind of career path should they choose. And banking, hedge funds, tax, whatever. The big four accounting firms, if you make senior partner, I've seen senior partner salaries up to $450,000. It's crazy. It's crazy that you can make that kind of money. As well as, let's say, everybody knows who Michael Jordan is, right? Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player that ever lived, right? Michael Jordan is worth about $1 billion, I think 1.7 billion or so. Do you know who Phil Knight is, though? Phil Knight is possibly the richest CPA living. Phil Knight has, I know it's over 20 billion, 20, 25, 29 billion, but Phil Knight actually owns Nike. So basically, even Jordan is getting got a large sum of his money through Phil Knight. But Phil Knight is not really known. Nobody is usually running up on him, asking him for autographs like Michael Jordan. He could literally walk past you in Walmart, and I guarantee 99% of the population would have no idea who he is. It is crazy money in the finance sector, which is also kind of why I went in this route, because I figure even if I don't do the top salary in finance, working in the world of accounting and stuff, even if you don't have the top salary, it's still going to be better than, what if I had just had a biology degree, or something like that. As a matter of fact, I got a list up worst college majors, religious studies, is one of them. Exercise science is another one. I guarantee psychology will be on this list, and so many of us from, the urban environments always go to school for psychology, general business admin, which is still not horrible, but it's not specialized. It's definitely not one of the best ideas to do. What else? Music. So many of us go to school for music. Why are you going to school for music? You don't go to. You gotta go to school for music. You can learn music on your computer. I don't really know that. I don't really know why you do that. I grew up around studios, so I've been mixing and mastering songs all my life. Never took a class on it. Okay, art history. Art history. I don't really know what that's for. Art history. Let's see. Paralegal studies. Not usually a good idea. You might as well just go be a lawyer. Get it done. Graphic design. Okay. Well, that actually, I don't really know why you would go to school for that either. Anthropology. Radio and television. You don't need degrees for that. Art. Photography. You don't need degrees for these. And I know there's another list that has 10 worst college majors. Okay, so this says 10 worst college majors for a lucrative career. You don't need any of these degrees to have a good career in any of these areas. You don't need one. But I know psychology is one. There's a lot of criminal justice degrees, people who get criminal justice degrees. And it's not horrible, but it's really, not a. But I know that's one of the things that we always go for, and everybody skips accounting. Like, a lot of people are afraid to go to school for accounting. Why? It's just classes. Like, just do it. Go for it. It is not a big deal. Okay, man, we got some people in here. Okay. Hey, by the way, how do I sound? See, I'm testing out this setup right now. All right. Darnell Walker, what's happening? T. Mick, what's happening? I see y'all. Renard, what's good? Root Group, okay. 120 million a year. Yeah, it's crazy. Rome, what up? Mr. Big Time. Yeah, Mr. Big Time said you can make 6 figures easily with no degree in IT field. All you need is certifications. Accounting is a lot similar. You don't actually need a master's degree. Well, you do need the bachelor's degree. You get your bachelor's degree, you get your 24 credit hours in accounting, and me and some other people already have enough credits to sit for the CPA. As soon as I got my bachelor's degree, because I had other credits, I could have sat for the CPA as soon as I graduated. But usually some people still end up having to go get a master's degree because they still need, I think, 30 credit hours past the bachelor's, or 150 total credit hours or something. But I could have sat for the CPA, no problem. And once you get a CPA, I don't care if you have a master's degree, if you don't have the CPA for whatever the particular job is, the CPA is rated higher than the master's. So it's definitely about certifications for us. If you're a certified public accountant versus a person who's an accountant and you got a master's degree, you haven't been tested as far as being certified, stuff like that. CMA is another certification. CIA, Certified Internal Auditor. All of those certifications really push your career in the world of accounting. And you don't even actually need to be an accountant or an econ major to run a hedge fund. You can get licenses and stuff like that. And usually, and matter of fact, it was a guy on here yesterday who I spoke to, who was getting ready to go take his test for his insurance test. And usually the insurance test is like the first step towards, I guess you don't have to do that, but usually people who go the insurance test route, they also start taking these investment banking certifications or licenses. So it's pretty interesting. All right, Ron said he started a tax business, gonna make $100K between now and the end of tax season. That's right. Tax is killing. Tax is killing. People are afraid to do taxes. I love the fact that like accounting. When people find out you go to school for accounting, soon as I knew I had chose the right career, because soon as I told somebody, I was like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go to school for accounting. They said, oh, for real? You gonna do my taxes? How much you gonna charge me? And I said, I'm not probably gonna be a tax accountant, but I knew it was money in it because, somebody had already offered to pay me just from saying that I'm taking my first class, and I was still like several years away from finishing. What's good, man? Silent for low. What's up? Caesar in here. I was considering just continue reading, educate myself. Hey, I actually like going to school online. JT Hustle said he went to school for political science. Throw it on the list too. Yeah, political science. You know what's crazy? I got a godbrother who got his degree in thinking political science as well. And I said, are you planning on being a politician? He was like, nah. I said, are you planning on running a campaign or something? Nah. I don't know why people do that. But that's love. That's my fault. So would I invest in hedge funds? Hold on, let me see. Would you invest in hedge fundings? That's an interesting play on that word. Fundings? Like, you mean like, would I invest in a hedge fund? Or I honestly, I thought about maybe even starting one, like down the line, way down. I thought about starting one, but I don't know if I am really interested in, I guess, like putting my money in a hedge fund. But usually there's a high buy-in to them. So, I mean, but, who knows? Hopefully we all get rich and we all start putting our money in hedge funds. But the idea behind this is just the fact that there's so much money out here that somebody can make $1 million an hour, right? And everybody, there are people who are making, $30,000, $15,000 a year, $10,000 a year. Like, this man is making like almost 16 million, in a day. I mean, at least 8 million, at least 10 million in a day. Like, that's in an 8-hour shift. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then that's his money, right? He has so many people up under him that he may really just be like looking over stuff that everybody else is prepared and just making sure that it looks good. Like, it's crazy when you get that high up. I mean, of course he's super smart and he's, super intuitive, but when you that high up, I mean, you got little homies, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not like trying to run this major corporation by yourself. You can afford to hire the best. So the finance sector actually outpaced technology because they're really just creating money. Like, when you go to get that loan, they really just creating that money on the spot. Like, it's hard to beat that. Like, I don't care what industry you in, it's hard to beat that. Real estate doesn't beat that. Manufacturing is the only one on the Forbes list that actually created more billionaires in 2018 than finance. But I mean, that pace is so rapid, and I'm actually thinking about writing a book called Fast Money. And this is part of the idea behind it, because there is only one way to get money, get a lot of money, or to end up with a lot of money, and that's fast. Slow money you'll die before you finish getting that. You don't know how long we got. Life is short, so people planning out 100 years, you're not gonna see that. Like, let's be realistic. Yes, it's great to think about future generations and stuff, but do you not want to live now? Like, I want to live like a king too. So I don't want to just keep, planning for my great grandkids to have something. We're already behind, right? If you're not born wealthy or into wealth like that, if you're not born into 100 millions and $1 billion family, then you're already behind, right? This guy made $3 billion by himself. In his family, there's one person made $3 billion on his own in 1 year, right? So if your whole family ain't worth $1 billion, you already behind, right? So in order to catch up, we can't be saying, oh, well, we're gonna play the long game. We already behind. We got to get money fast to catch up, to try to get, it's like when you saving for retirement and you already you're already kind of up in age, so they let you put more money in than you should be allowed to put in so you can catch up. That's what we need to be doing right now. We need to be catching up. We need to start we need to start playing this fast money game. You still want to have a balance, right? You still want to have safe, secure things, but we need to be in things. We need to have businesses. We need to have we need to have the right real estate, not just any real estate. We got to have the right real estate where we can get money. A guy was just on here saying that he rent his 30-something acres for like $15,000 a month. Cool. We need more of that. Versus you got 30 acres and you behind in your taxes on it. You know what I mean? Or even if you were to say, okay, I'm gonna buy this property for my great grands. Your children may not be financially savvy, or they can end up on drugs, or their children end up on drugs. You can end up basically losing everything, and you will have sacrificed your entire existence on this planet for children that you've never seen and don't know if they're even going to manage that property right. Or you can get this money up now. You can run your money up by making smart investments or choosing smart careers. Run that money up. Now you can just about, I ain't gonna say guarantee, because it still happens even in rich families, but now you can afford to put your children in the best schools, and they can afford to put their children in the best schools, and then you could create a whole different kind of cycle. Because just cause your great grandparents or your grandparents were farmers doesn't mean that your mama and your dad want to be farmers, and so then you might not even grow up on the farm, and now all of that farmland is steady. The taxes are still going up on it, and there was nothing put in place to protect it. And so then you could lose it all. So hold on, let me see. My bad. Let me read some of these comments. All right. Okay. Huck Matt said, what up? What's good, bro? John Mabry, what's happening? QT Sanders, okay. Okay, yes, would you invest in a hedge fund? I'm just 17, so I really don't know what it is. I want to start young and get rich. Okay, so can hedge funds make you rich? Absolutely, if you're putting a lot of money into them. The person who wins the most from a hedge fund, of course, is the people who are running the hedge fund. See, they don't ever lose money. They make money when you put money in. They make money when you put money out. The market goes down, it's really your money. They don't lose. They get a percentage, and whenever the money makes money, they get a percentage of that. Like, they don't ever lose. They don't ever lose. So, and then it's still OPM, right? They're playing with other people's money. But the difference is, this is the beauty part of like a hedge fund. The beauty part of being a hedge fund manager is, in a hedge fund, you're playing with other people's money, right? But at the same time, it is not a loan. Like, if I went to the bank to use the OPM strategy to borrow money in order to invest in something, I am liable for that money. Like, I'm risking, it's basically my money at that point, but I owe you something. Hedge funds can lose your money and everything. They don't, you can't do nothing about it. Oh, well, that's the market, You're paying them to take an educated guess. And some of those people are extremely skilled. David Tepper is a brilliant, this is, what I'm saying, like genius when it comes to that kind of stuff. But, he's still guessing. Like, the market goes up and down. They're trying to predict markets. They're using all of these artificial intelligence systems and trying to do all of that kind of stuff. It's pretty interesting how everything goes. But it's still OPM. But instead of them being on the line for the money, they're not on the line for the money. So you're really giving them authorization to spend your money how they think it should go. And, all right. Somebody say, should I work on school days? That is that question for me? Like, should you work on school days? I don't know. Like, will working hurt your school? Like, yeah. I mean, if you're going to, get some money, man. Like, I mean, I don't, that in my mind, yeah, I did. I mean, I did and I didn't. I was a full-time student at one point and still working. And then I was like a full-time student and not working. I got a question for y'all, right? Because everybody keep talking about their grades. And I ain't saying like having good grades isn't great to do and that it could potentially land you that job you want. But earning the degree fast or on time is more important than grades, in my opinion. In my opinion, get the grade, get the diploma, right? Get through the school. Because if I've seen people retake classes because they got a C and they're like, oh, I need a B in it. Now, if you're not trying to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that and you just need all B's, then take the C. Keep going. Just keep going. Like, because if you go back and take that class over for another, and it's going to give you an extra semester, it's going to give you an extra 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever. Somebody like me, I'm a hustler. I'm out here. I don't care. I'm going to be going down there with that same C trying to apply for that job that you waiting still till you get your degree. And I'm going to get in that job while you still taking that class. I'm not playing with these people. Like, if you're going to get through there, you know what I'm saying? Just get through there. I like Robinhood. Personally, I like Robinhood. Somebody just asked, like, do I like Robinhood? Hey, casino leverage of hedge funds. 50 million. That's crazy. Yeah, I see you. Private equity is just a different asset class, but the idea is the same as a hedge fund. It's management. All right, I don't know. I guess y'all talking to each other. Yeah, man. It was time for us to have these kind of conversations. Yeah. She said, we need to ladder our money. That's right. Long money, medium, and fast money. Absolutely. Nicole, you hit it like, hey, that's exactly right. We need to cover all aspects. But, and I've seen from people in my own family, my dad being the one, he passed, last year. I keep forgetting it's 2019. He passed last year, but he was land rich and cash poor. You got to have equal balance. You can't just have land. You can't just have cash. You got to have like a decent balance of the two. I'm just really just trying to, that's also why you say multiple streams of income. I have a decent salary being a federal employee, but we are on furlough or whatever it's called. And we're not working right now. I haven't been to work in weeks, but had I been somebody who was dependent solely on that, I couldn't imagine like what they're going through or what they're thinking about. So let me see. Yeah, you got to be an accredited investor and all that. Yep, that's facts. In order to invest in a hedge fund, you got to be an accredited investor. You're talking like $250,000, and some of them even is higher than that. And it's so cold how they be raising money, right? Like, I was watching one dude and they were saying, was it Bernie Madoff? I was watching somebody, I don't know who it was. I was watching something about him, and they were saying that like he wouldn't even, like, people were like, he was so hot at the time that people were like just throwing money at him. Like, I got $10 million for you. And he'll be like, nah, that ain't good enough for this buy-in that we got. So people just was like, yo, I got 50 million. Can I get in? And he was just so hot that like people was like throwing money at him. And there's guys out here who have ideas for something or have a business they want to start, and they're missing the money part. And they're like, man, I don't know who to talk to. I can't get nobody to give me, no money to do this, to buy this truck or to buy this building. I can't find the money. And it's guys who like hedge fund managers. These people are like, take everything I got. I'll give you my wife diamond earrings and just let me in. They dying to get in there and get these people their money. It's crazy. Alex Russell, what's good, man? I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Brian Eaglin, okay, I see you. D Mo, is this the same as private equity? It's close, not the same. Um, oh, that must be, I done went backwards. That's probably why. Christina Little, thank you. She said thank you, Christina. No. Thank you, Christina Little. I like your last name. All right. Robert Cooley, okay. Donald Evans, when you gonna start your own investment group? You know what? It's weird that you asked that. Donald Evans said, when are you gonna start your own investment group? It's weird that you asked that because I had not really planned on it at first, but I am connected to all of these real estate projects, guys who have all of these real estate projects. And I got a lot of access to a lot of different things and smart people. And to me, I would never say, let's do an investment group or let's do an investment project as a unit or whatever, a YouTube unit or whatever. Let's do this. If I didn't know that I had the right people on the team, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know something, then get somebody who specializes in that. Like, I definitely believe that professionals get paid for professional work, or get professionals who do this every day. They know. And so I know that I have these people, but I just never really, tried to ever bring in other people with us. And so I would like to be as equal at risk or at gain as everybody else. So I just don't know how we can structure that yet, especially me knowing that certain types of investments, if you're trying to run some kind of investment group, you need to have a license or something like that. You shouldn't just be out there but you can be like, it's things that we're just going to have to talk about and work through. But I'll talk to my lawyer and see what we can come up with, just ideas. But I know right now I'm extremely busy. We're trying to get this channel to the next level. And I'm out here trying to still work this side. So I haven't dedicated the time and energy yet into that. But we are thinking about something like that. It has come up. Caesar, okay, engineering cannabis. I can only imagine what you do. All right, so Curtis Davis said invest in stocks on Robinhood. MJ stocks, is it worth it? Oh, I know what she's talking about. MJ stocks, is it worth it? When never mind. I can't really say. I can't really say what I was about to say on here, but there has been several of them since the beginning, from hemp stocks and stuff like that to like the cannabis stocks, and so they're kind of tricky in my opinion, because I've seen them go up and down, and I don't want to give you no advice on here. I'm not, disclosure, I'm not your financial advisor or anything like that, but I know people have made money with the grows, like the grows for medicinal and for other kind of things like that. I know people make money with the grows. I know people make money with the shops. If you're in the right state. I know people who have moved to other states just for this. And I've seen guys who was in the streets and got their own, grow houses and stuff like that legally, or whatever. Maybe not grow house. I don't know what they call it, but they some kind of grow rooms or whatever. And they're legally doing it. And, I've seen people leave Florida for Colorado. I've seen a lot of things. And, those people are like, we killing, Caesar says, what do you think about time versus money? Like sacrificing more time to earn more money, or getting in a position to invest or work as little less. You know what? Because it's a hard question, because like not everybody's time their time isn't created equal. Their money isn't created equal, right? So there's somebody who might work 10 minutes and make $1,000. And then there's somebody who might work 10 hours and make $50. And so I can't really say time versus money or it's like I see that argument a lot, but it's just too many variables, right? Like it's just too many variables. I spend a lot of time on YouTube recently, and my time versus money, I don't know what I make on YouTube compared to the time and energy that I put in, because y'all just see this. Y'all don't see the lights right there. Y'all don't see like all of the cords and wires and stuff I got hooked up and how many times I've had to go to Best Buy. Like the time and energy I put into this, somebody say, well, you going live and you don't, well, hopefully somebody, well, usually, I get at least one super chat at least, and so that super chat, it'd be cool, but it's like it doesn't equate for all the time and energy that I put in compared to what I make in real life. You know what I mean? So I just do this because I love talking to y'all like this, but it's hard to say what time and energy and money and stuff like that. Usually what I've noticed is passive money is usually not as much as active money. And me saying that is, okay, let me see, who said that? Was that Caesar? Caesar, let me ask you a question. Caesar, what do you do? What is your primary source of income? We're asking Caesar right now what his primary source of income is. I want to see if he knows what his primary source of income is. Nisha, what's up? I see you. And while we're waiting on Caesar to respond to that, we're going to talk about government contracts. So what do I think about government contracts? I love government contracts. That is some money right there that people need to pay attention to, okay? I should do a whole video on this. I might need it. Okay. Oil field cement CDL driver. Okay, Caesar just responded. We're going to go back to the contracts. Caesar, all right, so your primary source of income is oil field cement CDL driver. I guarantee that if you took that money and you bought something that was going to make you money passively, it will not bring you back the rate of return that you get every day for going into work. I guarantee it. It might be easier money, but it's just not gonna, equal to the same. So you usually have to put a large sum of either money or effort into creating something that's gonna make money passively. So like buying a duplex or buying a house or buying an apartment building usually is gonna require you to put a lot more money into it than you would going to work. Because when you go to work, you really don't invest anything with more than like gas. You're going to have to eat anyway, whatever. You probably don't put anything in there more than just gas in your car. And if you have one of those jobs that pay for public transportation, you might not even be doing that. But outside of that, it doesn't cost you anything, because when you go to work, you're not responsible for the, building and all that kind of stuff. You're just going in there and pulling money out. So it is... the rate of return is infinite, because you're swapping time, but then I guess depends on what you value your time at, because my sister said, that's Denisha Morris, she says yay for government contracts, because my sister actually teaches a class on government contracts. She knows a lot about that. She's a specialist in that. I'm trying to convince her to write a book on it or put a course together, because even I need some information on that. I do know a lot about government contracts. I have been in the SAMs, registered in SAMs with the business and stuff like that. And, government contracts is crazy money, right? So one thing about government contracts is, of course, the government has a huge budget. Not only does the government have a huge budget, but the government is actually the United States' largest employer. I don't know if everybody realize that, but they are the biggest employer. But they also have huge budgets, right? Huge budgets. And whenever there's a natural disaster, right? So just for an example, a guy was telling me that there was a natural disaster and the government had awarded like $6 billion. And of that $6 billion, 23% has to go to small business, small disadvantaged businesses. So I think it's, my sister on here, how many is less, what's a small business considered? Is it 500 or less than 500 employees? I'm not sure. Yeah, my sister also says that she has a master's degree, master's of laws, LLM in government contracts and fiscal law. She also is a barred lawyer in the state of Georgia. And she's also a retired major from the United States Army. But Curtis Davis said he's registered in SAMS too. That's what's up. Casino, go get it. SAM.gov. Oh yeah. So I love government contracts just because it's no competition. It's like very, very little competition. You just got to get set up. Once you get set up, I mean, it's very little competition. Even if you're just doing procurement, where you're just buying and finding out what they want to buy and you sell it, and they want everything. I saw a government contract for like T-shirts, and they were paying like $17,000 for this box of T-shirts or whatever like that. And if anybody's out there, I'm gonna just show you something. 23% of $6 billion. Somebody drop that down here. Drop that down in the bottom and let everybody know how much money that is. That's how much money that major companies can't even get. They're only giving those to small companies, one, small. You could be like 5 of y'all. It could be 1 of y'all. And you could really even outsource a lot of that. Like where you don't even, like they may have a contract for $30 million that's for helicopters, but it's only going to a woman, a black woman or minority owned business that a woman owns. And so that contract, she may not have any helicopters, but she may be able to call a helicopter company, one of those big helicopter companies, and say, hey, they want me to fly some water over New Orleans for the flood or something like that. Can you handle this? And how much would you charge me? And they can, because they can't get the contract anyway because they're too big, they can say, well, we'll do it for $25 million. Deal. It's done. And you just outsourced it. And you made your little $5 million and, you made 30, you gave them 25 and you kept 5. And those kind of things can be done with government contracts, and the money, the money is very different from everything else. Let me see. Okay. Look, all right, y'all see them, right? 1.3 billion. 1.3 billion. That's right. 1.3 billion. And that is not even all of the contracts. That is just one example of what's out there. 1.3 billion. In case you don't know how much 1.3 billion is, that's 1,380 millions. Okay, that's how much money is out there. Go get you 500,000 of that. You know what I mean? Go get you $250,000 of that. There's so much money out here in this world, man. SBA, that's right. Small Business Administration. That's right. Okay, what do I think about Forex? Okay, Forex. Somebody said, what's the government contractor website? SAMS is where you get registered. But then it's like something.biz. I can't remember. Hopefully somebody can drop it down there. Can y'all give them the number to that? All right, so Forex, right? When I was younger, I like different kind of money, right? So I was actually into Forex. I was doing like Forex training because when you sign up, they let you take a training class. This is before I was an accountant and all of that. And I really liked the government. I really liked the currency trading because I traveled a lot and I used to lose a lot of money going in and coming out of Germany. I still have German money and Japanese money and Korean money and stuff. I still have some of that upstairs, but I lose a lot of money. And because you got to do the currency exchange at the airport, or whenever I was pulling money off at the ATM, that was killing me. Because the American dollar was not as strong as the euro. And then when I go to So I lose money converting it to dollars. And then when I convert it back to, I got euro now. So now I go convert it back to dollars. And then they take a percentage of that still. Like, it's crazy. So there's definitely money in Forex. What I didn't like about Forex was I'm sorry. Some people may not know what Forex is. So Forex is currency exchange, trading money, basically. Buying money and selling money. It's just like the stock market, but it's for money. And so what I didn't like about Forex was you had to know stuff. Like, well, I ain't gonna say you had to know stuff unless you're just watching all of the different cycles of economies and stuff like that. Like it took a lot more studying than I thought it would. Like, I just wanted to buy some money, hold on to it and sell it. Like, but there are things dealing with different governments and things like that you may want to watch. You may want to watch when France announces that they're no longer, going to support some war or something like that. That might be a change in the euro or whatever other kind of money that it might affect or whatever. So it was a lot of things that you might have to watch, and I ain't feel like I wasn't focused enough. I wasn't an accountant at the time, and I didn't know, I was like, yo, this is too much, yo. So, okay. So I lost a lot. We all did. Oh, look, 80% of people lose money in Forex. I saw it before I put money into it. I was doing the little training. I said, wait a minute. I got to know what's going on in China. I got to know what's going on. And that's Forex is the true definition of macroeconomics, right? But I was like, there's no way I'm going to know what's going on in Brazil. I'm not going to know because I'm not focused. I wasn't focused enough. And so after that, I never was really interested in Forex. What I do like better is stocks, right? I like stocks better because I can at least understand companies. And I think more so, in case you don't know, my favorite business person is, hold on, Miss Morris, please come on the live show and bless us with your info. Yeah, Nisha, come on. So like Warren Buffett is my favorite business mind, right? I love how he think about business and everything like that as far as buying and selling companies and things like that. So Warren Buffett, what I liked about him was he taught, man, bro, that's crazy. Yo, hold on, let me, yo, that's what's up, yo. Hey, he just killed that. Yo, do y'all see that super chat, yo? Silent Steps. God, dog. She need her. She better get on here. Better holler at that man. Listening to Orlando, you inspire me dearly. Oh man, that's what's up, man. They in Bernadette down in Orlando. That's what's up. So let me get back to Warren Buffett. So Warren Buffett, right? He invests the way he invests in business. He looks at the people who are in the business, who run the business, and that's how I feel about pretty much everything, right? Like, it could be a business that I wouldn't even think about going into, but if I know I'm going to partner with somebody that I know is a solid person, like my sister, for instance, right? My sister don't do nothing sideways. She don't do nothing halfway. She like super thorough, right? So I know if she's saying, hey, I got this idea for lunch bags, would you invest in these lunch bags with me? I might not ever have been interested in lunch bags, but I know that if she's going to do it, she's going to do it to the max, and she's done the research and she's going to put the energy and the effort into it. So I definitely understand why he invests in the people who run the business. So that's why I really like Warren Buffett. And so that's also why I kind of like stocks. It's just, I understand the business when like, say with Apple, right? It ain't been the same since, it ain't been the same since Buddy left, R.I.P. to the big homie, but it ain't been the same, and they losing money or whatever. Well, they got a lot of money already, so they don't even need to really make money. They got enough money to invest in other stuff, but it ain't been right over there. And so Like that is people. People make those decisions. They come up with those ideas. Steve Jobs, how you replace that? Like what's going to happen to Microsoft, when Bill is no longer there? Like, I don't know. Like, even if he's just passively around, what's going to happen unless they have somebody to replace him? And so when I see changes like that happening, Berkshire Hathaway is an amazing company. But that's Warren. What happened with Warren, ain't there. So, I don't know. Like, so I look at that kind of stuff. And so it's easy. It's a lot easier for me to predict how a company's going to do based on the individual. Jay-Z was talking about Dame Dash. And I know Dame Dash been on a lot of stuff recently about business and stuff like that. But we know Jay-Z got $1 billion, right? But they were asking him, how does he feel knowing that Dame Dash, is being reported as being broke? And he said something very simple. He was like, well, it's Dame, He's a smart guy. He'll be back. It was that simple. And I loved it because if you know somebody, like, he'll be back. Like this ain't gonna stop him. If you know that person and you know what they're capable of versus somebody who has never had money and then that they broke and it's like, well, he did drop out of school and I might need to, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna rebound from this all the way, And so it's all of those little things that's why I watch the people behind the company. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, by the way, my sister is teaching a class in South Carolina on government contracting. Okay, Solid Steps to Well says, I'm a female. I had a consultation with your boy JT Hustle this afternoon. Yo, what's good? Yo, that's my dog. Yeah, JT. Okay. Yo, salute to you. Salute to you. I got to go back and read a lot of these messages. It's a lot going on in here. Man. Please teach us. Yeah, Nisha, you need to handle that. Okay, Warren Buffett is awesome. 25th in the stock market today. That's what's up. Curtis, you made money in the stock market today? That's dope. My stock account ain't looked right since before the government shut down. Like, okay, somebody else just dropped another super chat. Jabron Fuller, okay. Are dividend stocks one of the best ways to make money grow on a slow ground on the savings tip? So I do like dividend stocks. As a matter of fact, that's mainly the only kind of stocks that I buy. I think the first time I bought a dividend stock, it paid out the next day. Like, I didn't know that it was like when I bought it, I was just like looking for stocks, ETFs and stuff like that. And when I bought it, it paid out like 13 cents. But it wasn't a lot of money. But it takes a long time before that stuff actually like makes a lot of money, So it wasn't like, each share paid like 33 cents or 13 cents or something. So it wasn't a lot of money. But, as soon as I bought it, the next day I noticed that the few shares that I had payouts on them. And I was like, what? Well, I like this because I was used to buying stocks that didn't really pay dividends. But I do like, now that's really all I really buy. I don't want to buy those stocks that you got to wait for them to like grow, and hope that the company does well. But I do like ETF stocks. I do like dividend paying stocks primarily. And yeah, I like strong dividend paying stocks. Have y'all seen, let me see if I can pull it up. Have y'all seen how much Berkshire Hathaway was going for? I don't know what it's going for now. I haven't looked at it recently. But Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's stock, or his company, matter of fact, can somebody look it up real quick while I'm on here? But Berkshire Hathaway, they stock crazy. Like, I ain't never seen no stock that high before. I'm still down. Maybe like, let me see. I'm still down 4% think 4%. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I'm down 4.41% on my stocks. For this, since all of this crash stuff. I was killing for a little minute, but then it just started acting up. I was like, let me start doing this. Let me start doing this for a while. Let me see, Berkshire. It's the wrong one. They got like 3 of them. Okay, look, check this out. Berkshire Hathaway. Y'all see that? Berkshire Hathaway is trading at $297,547 per share. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. It closed at $297,000 per share. I can't buy one. I cannot buy one of those shares. It's crazy. I know somebody just posted it in there. Yeah, that is crazy. He said, we need to talk. I want to learn how to do bookkeeping A to Z. Oh, man, bookkeeping easy. QuickBooks. QuickBooks do it all, really. Don't tell nobody when you look. All you future accountants watching this right now, do not tell people you just using QuickBooks, right? Because QuickBooks really do everything for you, right? But people will pay you to do QuickBooks, but QuickBooks do itself, right? Like it's like using Microsoft Word, all right? It's that easy, okay? But don't tell people because they will pay you to do it. Look, I got 8.5 more minutes on here, and then I'm out of here. I gotta get ready for bed, man. Got a lot to do tomorrow. All right, so yeah, Warren Buffett Kelley, yo. Think about that. $297,000 per share. That's because, look, this guy know what he doing, okay? Okay, he know what he doing. He buying railroad systems and stuff like that. Like, he know what he doing. Okay, Curtis Davis, I don't know what you done bought today. I don't know what you got going on over there, but he up 5%, and the economy is bad right now. Like the market is rebounding. I don't know. It's a few reasons why it's coming back, but it's rebounding right now. Yeah. Let me see. Split on the stock. He won't split on the stock. Yeah, that's crazy. Look, hey man, this is beautiful. Look, I don't know if y'all seeing what's going on in the chat, but everybody is sharing knowledge. They're talking about the stock and the symbol that what the symbol is. Like this is like I love this. Student 81, what's happening? I see you. Faber out here. Okay. Look, hey, we can have a whole nother little video on this. Warren Buffett play the M&A game. Yup. Excel at it. Look, yo, I love it. I'm like just watching what y'all talking about, man. It's dope. I just thought about grants yesterday in my head. JM said, I know God is a miracle. I just thought about grants yesterday in my head. See, 2019 surrounded by DA or duh. I don't know what he's finished. I don't know if he finished the statement, but yeah, that's right. Yeah, grants are great for they're usually primarily preserved for nonprofit organizations, but this is the flip on the nonprofit. The title say nonprofit, right? But I be seeing a lot. I was seeing, when I was coming up, I was going down to like these, these little community centers. I used to be in trouble a little bit, so I go down to these community centers, and they always had this money to like buy TVs and stuff. And I was like, yo, what, I don't see like no business going on really. Like I don't see no customers buying nothing. Where y'all get money from? And they was like, oh, we get grants. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, who pay y'all? They said, oh, we pay ourselves out of the grant. And I said, wait, they give y'all money and then they let y'all pay y'all self with it? So who y'all work for? They was like, we work for, us really. And so that kind of started let me start looking into this. And grants, you get grants, and I think they have a ceiling on most stuff. Like, you can't pay more than this for this position. So you can just max out that position. But what they don't tell you, well, this is what somebody told me. I don't know if this is right. I'm just saying. But you can have 3 jobs at let's say your job is a coordinator, right? You can have that job. That job might top out at 60,000. And then you can have another job, resource specialist. I don't know. I'm just throwing names out there. These probably don't exist. All right, I'm just saying. You can have a resource specialist. That job might top out at 40,000. So now you have 2 jobs. You making 100,000. Then you got another job, and that job might be paying 80,000. And I don't know what the title, maybe a general manager or whatever of the organization. And so you may have 3 positions, and they may have like a cap on them, but you making well into 180, 200,000. So I'm like, people who got nonprofits be actually rich. They live, like, a lot of them are rich, millionaires even, and it's crazy to me that they just giving this money to people. Let me get back to reading a couple of these. Got about 4 minutes left. Nonprofits are awesome. Government takes care of you. Yep. When I moved to Florida, opened a holding company, operating company in a nonprofit. I'll be there. Trust me. I'm telling you, there's some money in that. Silent steps to wealth. I don't know who she is, but she getting that money. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me go back up. She said there are private and corporate grant sponsors too. That's right. There are corporate sponsors. I don't know if she's gonna tell y'all about stuff like what Walmart do, but Walmart also has grants and stuff like that. It's crazy. You know what? I want to mention something real quick. I'll be offering an online grant writing course starting in February. Dope. Yeah, that's right. Hey, could y'all all hit the like button? Hit the like button, man. I want to get this has been an amazing conversation just for myself, because I like to see everybody on here doing this. This is beautiful. This is how we gonna get money. I mean, this is how we gonna get strong as a community. Like this right here, this sharing information, man, is beautiful. Because you wouldn't believe all the stuff that I got in my head that even some of my closest partners don't know, because we don't really talk about the stuff like that. It only comes up when they got a question about, like, when they come across something and they say, hey man, you ever heard of this? I'm like, oh yeah. Like even with my sister is my sister, but I would just at some point say, hey, I just talked to a dude about government contracts. And she's like, I could write a book on government contracts. Like I did fiscal law. And I'm like, oh yeah, you did, right? Like sometimes it's right in front of us and we don't even realize how close we are to it. Hey, she said she need a sign-up link. What's up? Darnell, starting a private equity firm is the new game to play 2019. Leverage buyouts, just like real estate, just bigger. That's right. Bigger bag. That's right. So imagine, right, if you had so just in case anybody is out there who's wondering what a hedge fund does, basically, hey man, appreciate that, Joshua. Tracy, do you think the government shutdown will last? I think foreclosures, repo cars, big wealth transfer. If they foreclose on a person who working for the government, if they do foreclose, because they may have some kind of little stops in it for people who government employees who are furloughed right now. They may have like some kind of little clause where they can't foreclose on them immediately or something. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but they need to. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. But I do see a lot of people getting food stamps and in the unemployment line who are government employees, and there are husband and wife government employees where both of them work for the government, and both of them are not working right now and don't have any other source of income. Hopefully they have a strong family unit, but yeah, Tallahassee in the building. Yeah, I went to God Band Leon. Yeah, William Davis, I see you. Rico 83. Now the one thing that I'm afraid of with the government shutdown, look, we went over an hour. Ooh, we got 100 people in here, man. Shout out to y'all. The one thing I don't like, the one thing about the government shutdown though is we already see that people are, the market is up and down because of how the money is, right? The economy was crashing before the government shut down. So now that the government is shut down, those people, the government is the largest employer, right? So you got people who going to work and they're not making no money. So whenever they check do come in, yes, they're going to pay their bills, but they're going to be more on guard about how much money they spend. So because of that, things ain't just going to fly off the shelf. Apple took a big loss this time. I don't know if y'all saw it, but Apple, I don't know if they ever took a loss like this, where they made, I don't know if they made more devices than they sold, but they definitely didn't hit the mark that they thought they was going to hit. And the stock took a hit for it. So it's only going to be worse moving forward because I guarantee you, I'm a government employee. I guarantee you, I'm not even fit to be as free with my government money as I was before. So I know that there's going to be some hit on that kind of stuff. See, my sister saying I got a government contract performing in Iraq. Yep, she sure did. Yeah, we did a few government contracts. Me and my sister. She did a lot of negotiating, MWR stuff and all that kind of stuff. I did one in Germany. See, any good books that you would recommend? I like books, so I don't really read books for the same reason that maybe other people read books. I read books I like to think differently. So, of course, I know you've probably already read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but that's one book that will make, if you haven't read it, that's one book that will make you start looking at things very, very different. And for all the real estate people out there, I still love real estate. I don't like slow money, though. Real estate is being outpaced by other things at this point in time. Is it true that everybody quotes this one thing about real estate, that real estate has created more millionaires than anything else in history? And, when we talk about history, we're talking about the past, right? We're talking about, 2000 BC. Yeah. It wasn't else wetland back then to like really make money. And then they'll do a valuation. So you may have a million. I guarantee you that some of you guys may have 15 houses. I don't know about on this chat. We do have 107 people, but somebody on this chat may have 15 houses, and the houses they may owe. Maybe each house they got they got $10,000 in equity, right? So if they got 15 houses, they got $150,000 in equity, right? But they not living like they got $150,000 in equity or whatever because they're still paying on it. So real estate and the houses, maybe the houses valued at $1 million. Let's just take it all back. Let's just say you got 15 houses, they all valued at $1 million. You got $1 million in assets. You don't have $1 million in your account. You don't have $1 million lifestyle. You got $1 million in real estate. So that's what it's valued at. So they say, oh, yeah, you're a millionaire in real estate. Yeah, in real estate, but I ain't got $1 million. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple dollars, make a couple $1,000s a month, but I ain't making like $1 million a year, So that's a big difference. And you'll be classified as a millionaire, but you won't be living like you would think a millionaire would live. You would be classified as that, and that is like a different thing. Then there's a guy like PewDiePie, right? PewDiePie is, probably one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet, definitely top 5 biggest YouTubers. He used to be the biggest YouTuber in the world. But PewDiePie making minimum, low end, he making 1.9 million a month. I know he making more than that, but that's what Social Blade said. That was his high, and I know he making more than what it's saying. But Social Blade saying he made 1.9 million a month. I know he making more than that. And if he's making 1.9 million a month, now outside of taxes, which is gonna kill him, right? He's still probably like he's a millionaire. Like he's a real millionaire. Like he got $1 million. He ain't just got $1 million in houses. He's a real millionaire. You know what I mean? And he's making like 20 some million, 30 million, 40 million a year, or something like that. So this guy's making real money, and it is not, like, oh, his valuation is based off of, having a real asset. But I still like real estate. I'm not trying to take anything away from real estate. I'm just saying that there are things out there that real estate is not just making money as fast. I would say casino gives people hope because he's likable, relatable, and he shares facts. People trust him, so personally don't appreciate. Yeah. You don't appreciate it. Oh, she says, casino my little brother too. He might be. I don't know him personally. He might be, but just saying that, even the child. There's a child who makes $3,000 an hour. The YouTuber who makes the most money is a child. It's a little boy, like 5 years old, 6 years old, something like that. I think it's a little boy. I could be wrong. But he makes $3,000 per hour, every hour of every day. Now, not David Tepper money, not Hedge $1 million, $1.6 million an hour money, but he makes $3,000 per hour. So when he sleep, when he eating, he's making $3,000 an hour. That's crazy. Okay. There was one time where I think Bill Gates was making $300 a second, right? And they said if he dropped $1,000 on the ground, in the time that it took him in the 3.5 seconds that it took him to bend down and pick the money up, he might as well have kept walking because he would have made it back by the time that he bent down to pick up that $1,000. People cannot see themselves making that kind of money, and so they internally doubt that that's even possible. And so what they'll do is they'll put that on you. They'll tell you can't do something because they can't see themselves doing it. But I am not them, and you are not them. And if they knew better, then they would do better themselves. But it is what it is. Yo, look, y'all spreading knowledge in here. Y'all spreading some serious knowledge. But I do like the way Robert Kiyosaki thinks in The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because it's just like a refreshing thought that, working harder doesn't necessarily equate to more money, and so then you got to think about what you want to do in your lifestyle and stuff like that. So working harder doesn't equate to more money if you can use other people's money. It's people who got way more money than you, and as long as they willing to let you use it, you can make money off of their money, and that's a great idea, concept. Let me see. I remember seeing something. Damn. Said Bill Gates make $8 million per night. That's crazy. Yeah, well, I'm sure because he's probably making money while he's sleeping. So, yeah, $1 million starting in mind. That's facts. We need investment groups. We do. Yo, we need to start working on trying to put together an investment group. I'm definitely down. I'm game. Derek Grace. I got to check out what Derek Grace talking about. I'm going to check him out. Black people going to learn about financial derivatives when they can't. I'm not trying to just stating the obvious. Okay, so I'm not really. Kareem, could you give us more context on what you're referring to? Saying that they can't kick out the Koreans. Kick them out of where exactly? Okay. Oh, you know what? We already talked about Forex, man. When this video ends, Mr. Cash, go back to the top and then check it out. Oh yeah, and yeah, Robert Cooley said, and Robert Kiyosaki is an ex-Marine, so that's dope. Chris Hernandez, I see you. He say 19 years old listening. Hey, Look, if you know like I know, you 19, you need to start working on your electronic side. You need to start figuring out whether you want to go into IT. You need to figure out if you're gonna go into programming, networking, anything like that. You need to figure out if you're gonna go in the social media marketing. Do you know, like, okay, let me give you an example. So there are businesses, right, that, let's say you're a doctor's office, right? You're a doctor's office. Y'all know how doctor's offices get new customers, mainly get new customers. Y'all know where they get them from? They get them from Google. Believe it or not, when somebody moves to a new city, Google got everything mapped out. You know, you type in local doctor office, and then the local doctor office comes up. You call them, hey, can y'all get me in? They say, oh, we booked up. So you call the next one, right? Or yeah, you can come on in. So in order for them to get ranked on Google, they got to go through somebody, or they have to pay Google to get ranked, so they come up first, because they may not even be the closest, but you know, they come up first. And the reason they're coming up first is because they've paid for marketing. And so, you know, first come, first serve. And so they're seeing a lot of, you know, you could literally open a store on the corner and nobody knows about it. Like it could be like a spa or something like that on a back street somewhere. And as long as you pay Google, they're going to send you business, because people are going to be moving into the area looking for a spa. Oh, this wasn't here yesterday. Nah, it's on here. And then they start coming, and they're coming based on that. And whenever you go to a store and they say, go to one of those kind of like businesses, and they say, hey, how did you hear about us? And they got a little check mark, and you can mark website or the internet or whatever, or heard from a friend. What they're doing is they're checking it to see if it's valuable to continue to pay Google all that doggone money they paying them, right? So you can actually, so a lot of doctors' offices and places like that, they don't know how to do that kind of stuff, right? They don't know how to pay Google. Like they may be very smart surgeons and all that kind of stuff, but running a business is not what they do. They are doctors. They are not like business people. So they'll actually go to somebody. You can start a social media marketing agency with no money, with no certification. I'm not a certified social media marketing agency or anything. There's no such thing. But if you're a young person, even especially 19 years old, and you know what you're doing, you can go to an office and say, hey, why don't y'all try this out? Y'all give me $500 and I'll set up all your social media marketing. I'll set up your Instagram, your Facebook, and all that kind of stuff, because this is what I know how to do, because I'm a young kid or I'm just an experienced person on this platform. And they will pay you. You know, you can say, just try it out. Just give me $500 and let's just see how it happens. Give me $100. You know, let's call this one free. And if you don't see anything from it, then, you know, if you don't like what I've set up for you, then don't worry about it. You know, don't book me again. But if you do see value in this, then it's gonna be $1,500 a month. They making money. They making enough money to cover that $1,500. Especially it could be a 4-person practice where they got X-rays and all kind of stuff. $1,500 ain't no money. They can pay that a week, you know, probably a day, you know. But $1,500 a month. And, you know, and all you're going to do is you're going to take that $100, that first $100 or $500, whatever they give you, you're going to take that and you're going to pay Google like 75% of that and maybe keep $25. But you're going to set up all their stuff. You're going to set up all their profiles, all their emails, all that kind of stuff like that. And you just start, you know, they'll start seeing people showing up and they're going to start saying, hey, how did you hear about us? And there's money in that. It's people making millions and millions. That's what Ty Lopez, y'all know, I don't know if y'all know who Ty Lopez is, but he does that kind of stuff. He makes millions and millions of dollars doing that. And no real investment of his own. Like no money. Like he got a computer, you know what I'm saying? But you don't need really any money. You can do that from your phone. You can set all that stuff up from your phone. You can pay Google directly from your phone. Like you don't, and Google is doing all the real work and you're just, you know, paying for the ads. So when they start paying you that $1,500, you start putting $500 ads out there or whatever like that. And, you know, and that's how ridiculously simple a lot of this stuff is. I ain't gonna say simple, but if you know then you can make money. It's not, they say knowledge is power. That's not true. As a matter of fact, I don't know if y'all watch Game of Thrones. One of my favorite scenes is when one of the Littlefinger, his name was Littlefinger. It's a bad name. No homo. Littlefinger says, he tells Cersei Lannister that he knows basically about, about something she did, right? And so he whispers in her ear, knowledge is power. And she tell the guards, because she like the queen or whatever, she tell the guards to cut his head off. So they grab him, they get ready to cut his head off. And she said, stop. And she said, knowledge isn't power. Only power is power. That's like one of my favorite scenes. Now, this is not all the way related to what I'm going to say, but knowledge isn't power. Application of knowledge is power, because I may know all these things that I can do, but if I don't do them, they're useless. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, let me check y'all out, man. Anyway, I'm about to get off of here, man. It's an hour and 15 minutes. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for dropping the super chats in here. I appreciate it, man. I love this. This is amazing. But I really like the fact that we can build together like this. Yeah, Littlefinger, yeah. Low startup cost social media business is right. Curtis Davis, look, you own it. You own it. Curtis Davis, look, I don't know who Curtis Davis is, but he own it, okay? Let's see. I appreciate that, man. Jabron, man, thank you again, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Okay, what is your opinion on affiliate marketing? I'm going to be real. I love it. I love affiliate marketing. I need to get better on my game because I ain't making no money from it. But I love affiliate marketing. So if anybody's out here who's wondering what affiliate marketing is, affiliate marketing is like this. Somebody has, I don't know, a hat. I'm finna get somebody a plug. Okay, this hat right here, this hat. I sell this hat, and I make the hat. I sell the hat, but I don't have a social media presence, right? Or I don't have any way to get this hat in front of everybody. So what I'll do is I'll let other people sell the hat and I'll give them a commission. Basically, that's all it is. So if I make a video and I talk about, man, I love this hat, man. If y'all really want one of these hats, then find this hat in the link in the description below. And I got a bunch of subscribers or something like that. And those people say, man, I really like that hat he was wearing, and I'm gonna go buy that hat. Or I can say, man, if y'all really want to support this channel, go down there and buy this hat. And y'all go down there and y'all buy the hat. And I sell 10,000 of these hats, and these hats, $50 a piece. And I get $5 commission per hat, right? Something like that. And so that's what affiliate is. I don't send the hat to you. I didn't make the hat. And I make money from the hat being sold. And there you go. So I really have no overhead in it outside. I might have bought a hat. I might have. I might not even bought a hat. Might have borrowed somebody's hat. But, that's pretty much how affiliate marketing goes. So it's no overhead really. You sign up for, like you could do like Amazon affiliate marketing, and it's people making millions of dollars doing that, where they're selling other people's stuff. Like I can do a video talking about jet skis, and it could be some $10,000 jet skis in the link below. And somebody out there who's a serious diehard ski fan who go to Alaska every month to ski or something like that, that person may buy those $10,000 skis. Not just that person, but it might be 50 people like that, because the world is big, when PewDiePie them are making, $2 million a month and stuff like that, $10,000 is not a lot of money to him. You know what I mean? So it's people out there who got millions and millions of dollars. Hedge fund managers, I guarantee most people will never see 1% of $1 billion. Do you know what 1% of $1 billion is? Can anybody tell me what 1% of $1 billion is? I want to see. Can anybody tell me what 1% of $1 billion is? Diane Hill, what's good? Hey, I see you. Lamar Richardson in here. That's right. Level up. Yeah. You know what? I'm finna coin a new phrase. It's gonna be called fast money. Matter of fact, let me drop that hashtag fast money. Hashtag. I think I'm gonna make a book called Fast Money. We're gonna talk about this whole concept. I actually had started working on the book, and in the book, basically what I was saying was that growing up, in the hood and stuff like that, the idea of fast money was always said almost to be like a negative thing. Like, it was almost like it was illegal, like anybody who said, oh, that's that fast money. That was like, it was kind of like a knock saying, oh, that's illegal. If you was young with money, nice clothes, nice car, oh, he must be making some fast money. Like it was like, oh, and then they always said fast money, go fast. So, like it was almost better to get slow money. You know what I'm saying? To get money slower, like it'll last longer because you're getting it slow. No, that's not how it works. It depends on what you're doing in your life. Your decisions, your choices are what makes money go fast and slow. But if you ain't got but like $10 go pretty fast. And you got $1 million, it might take a little bit longer to go. You know what I'm saying? Like it could go fast too. But, yeah. Look, they over here talking. 10 million, Akeem Jones, there we go. All y'all. Daryl Campbell, Teflon Dunn. I like that name, man. It's that Gotti. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So, Curtis Davis said 100,000. No, you got to add 2 more zeros to that. 1% of $1 billion is 10 million. Most people will never see that kind of money. Most people will never see that kind of money. Almost everybody will see $1 million in their lifetime. I had did a post. Matter of fact, the name of this video was originally going to be, we got 100 people in here, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Matter of fact, you need to call somebody and tell them. Don't call nobody because you're going to fell off if you try to call somebody on here. Don't call nobody. But look, tell people y'all on here right now watching this. This crazy. I'm actually trying to get off. But one last thing. This is crazy. Like, I'm reading all these comments, man. Look, y'all having a whole conversation in here. Y'all having a whole conversation. Man, look. But most people will see $1 million. I posted a question. I said, how long would $1 million last you? And I think on one of them, I said like 10 years, 20 years, or a lifetime. And believe it or not, I believe most people, I'm going to check it real quick. I believe most people said a lifetime. I'll tell you what the percentages were. The percentages were, because, you could, like I could post questions now because I'm like a real YouTuber now and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So on here, yeah, there we go. I said, how long would you live off $1 million? I had 79 votes. 29% of the votes said 10 years. 22% of the votes said 20 years. And 9% of the votes said 50 years. 41% said enough for the rest of my life. And maybe they were old people. I don't believe so. But unless they were like really old, $1 million, like I done ran through $1 million already. Like, I ain't got a lot to show for it either. Like, I've ran through $1 million. I mean, most people have. If you made, just for an example, you didn't have to make a crazy salary. If you made $50,000 a year and you average that amount for 20 years, like let's say you didn't start out making $50,000. Let's say you started out making $20,000 when you was young. And, but now that you're 20 years in, you 30 some years old, going on 40 or whatever, whatever that is, and you making like 80, 90,000 now. Let's just say your average was 50,000 a year. In 20 years, 20 times 50, 20 years times 50,000, that's $1 million. It is not hard. And when you be like 30 some years old, like that ain't a lot of money, right? Like that, like you can't say, well, $1 million going to take me to I'm 70. No, you probably already spent that money. Like, you got to go get some more money. Like, you're going to probably need $2 to $3 million in your lifetime just to live like basic, and people are living longer. maybe not black people, but people are living to like 90 something years old, 100 years old, way more often now than in the past, right? People were dying at like 35, 40 years old, 50 years old in the 60s and 70s and stuff like that. And so that's why they're trying to move out the retirement age and things like that. But, you know, like you're living longer. If you made $1 million and you thought, oh, I hit a lick for $1 million in the 70s, that money gone, shout. Like, you know, that money gone. Like, you know, ain't nowhere around that, you know, unless you just decided to live like a hermit. And you can do that. I'm just talking about basic living. You'll run through $1 million in less than 20. I would run through $1 million a lot faster than 20 years, but the average person can probably live a decent life. I mean, 50,000 is already, 61,000. I did a video about that. Like 61,000 is actually broke in today's, you know, time or whatever. But that's the average household income for a 4-person household. It's crazy. And so $50,000 is even less than that. You know, maybe you live by yourself, you know, that's cool. Or maybe, you know, maybe you don't have a whole lot of overhead. That's cool, but you're still not really living. But it would not last past 20 years living that way. But anyway, let's see what else. Duplex don't equate to my education opportunities. Absolutely. Absolutely. So cost of living, I don't know what y'all talking about, but y'all going in. A doctor or a lawyer will see $1 million in 3 years. There you go. There you go. You know what? Look, who said that? Like Curtis Davis, look, you own something, man. Like Curtis Davis, okay, hold on, let me see. Solid steps, what you talking about? Let me check you out. People who can assist you in avoiding the pitfalls, but no, we have to come in. Hey, man, I don't even know what's going on right now. I appreciate y'all. Somebody said 6 years. See, there you go. This is real money here. Like this is real. These are facts, yo. Like this, all this we talking about. Look, 40 years times $50,000 is $2 million, right? What happened when you live 90 to be 90 years old? You know, what happens when you live 90 years to be 90 years old? Social Security, I still think it's going to be going on. It is not necessarily promised. And this is actually an idea for another video I was going to do. But do y'all know that to get Social Security income, you got to just pay into it, right, for like 10 years. And so there are... Jabron said that $61,000 video I did broke his heart with the truth. Hey, man, my bad, man. I'm just, you know, we need to know this so we can do better. You know what I'm saying? But do y'all know one of the craziest things about Social Security? And they keep talking about Social Security going to run out. I want somebody out there to Google how many millionaires receive Social Security. How, you know, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, you know, all the singers, dancers who paid into Social Security, you know, Patti LaBelle's and so on, they all gonna get Social Security. And they, you know, you got people who got tens, hundreds, you got billionaires who receive Social Security. Like, and so when people talking about, oh, the system messed up, you know, it's gonna run out, they can fix this. They can say, hey, okay, we don't want to say, and then they get the max because Social Security is based on how much you paid in, right? So, dang it, I wish I knew the number. I think it's 100 and something thousand. They do a Social Security tax on the first like 135,000 or something dollars or whatever that you make, and then the rest of your money doesn't have any Social Security tax. So they can do two things, right? They can either and I don't know, maybe I need to go fix the Social Security system because I can see, I know how to fix it. You know, I went to school for this. I do this. You know, I know how to fix it. You either stop giving, like if somebody, because I don't say like all people who classified as millionaires have $1 million, but if you're classified as a million, like I don't care about you being classified as a millionaire, but if you make, let's say, $3 million a year outside, it's $2 million a year outside of, so you know, like If you still earn $2 million a year at whatever age, then you should not be receiving Social Security, because it's billionaires receiving Social Security. And I understand where they paid in, so they still entitled to it. That's true, but they still didn't put in, even though they put in more money than, say, I put in, because they made a lot more money than me or something like that, whatever period of time they put in, for that time. Michael Jordan LeBron James, this is a perfect example. LeBron James only pays Social Security on the first $100 and something thousand of his money, while the person who makes $20,000 is going to pay Social Security tax on that entire $20,000, because they'll never make $100 and something thousand. So their entire livelihood has Social Security tax on it, their entire life. But LeBron James is only going to pay Social Security tax on the first part of his money. That first check that he get from the NBA, he no longer has Social Security coming out of that check. The person who make $30,000 a year with 4 kids, he's going to get Social Security tax taken out his entire check for the entire year for his entire life, right? And then LeBron will actually make more in Social Security because he paid more in for that year, because he paid the max every year out of the first check. So he's going to be entitled to Social Security, which is preposterous, because he's still going to be earned. Now, I ain't saying like you couldn't have made a lot of money early on and then now you don't make as much money, in retirement. But LeBron is still going to make so much money when he's done doing whatever he's doing. Bill Gates is going to be entitled, or is entitled, to Social Security. Like, he can receive, like, it's the craziest system, and they would not have paid Social Security on their entire wages. So they can do one of two things. One, they can put a cap on it and say, if you make over this amount, then you don't get Social Security. Or two, they can say, well, let's just equal it out. You're going to pay Social Security tax on everything that you make for your entire career, just like everybody else. That will bring in a whole lot more money into Social Security system than what we got right now. They can still just pay out that, $38,000 a year or something like that. But anyway, I'm just rambling right now. Let me get up off of here. So my little finger's a beast. Yeah, anyway, 3,600 per month. Yeah, I meant for the year. I don't know what the max is for the year. But did you see what I just said? Hold on. I'm trying to catch up, man. Y'all going in. Y'all is going in. Broke. Curtis Davis says, in 1990s, my dad made $7,000 per year. In 2010, he made $50,000 per year. He still felt broke on the same job. How did he make $7,000 in a year? In the 90s, he was making $7,000 in a year. It was money everywhere in the 90s. What he do? What your dad do? Curtis Davis. He said in the 90s his dad made $7,000 per year. In 2010 he made $50,000. He still felt broke on the same job. 7,000. What was paying $7,000 for the year? I don't know what that was. But there's a lot of money in everywhere, Let me see. No coincidence. Follow the money. 47,500. Yeah, whatever that number is. Anyway, I appreciate all 101 of y'all riding with me. We're an hour and a half in. I'm gonna say good night. I am thankful that for the super chats. Thank you all who did that. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for participating with each other, man. This is amazing. I wish I could screenshot this thing that say 100 watching right now. And I appreciate everything. Is there anything else that anybody else want to say before I stop? I see some stuff going on. Is there anything else? Peace. I see you, Darnell. Daryl, my bad. It's hard to see this screen is shining in here. Daryl, I see you. Good info. Good night. It's love. Leandro, Jabron, Solid. Once again. Brian, what's happening? Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, matter of fact, before y'all go, can y'all drop that # fast money? Let's get that # fast money. Hold on, let me do it. I'm going to join y'all. # fast money. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Minimum wage was $3.80. Dang. I didn't even know that. Let me get that # fast money. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, y'all don't know. That just cracked me up right now. Like, see that # fast money. Okay. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get this money fast. We trying to catch up. Everybody keep talking about reparations. We just got to get this money faster. Let's get this money faster. We can't be doing this slow money thing. Let's get it. Quintel, what's going on? Fast money, fast money, fast money. Yeah. Yeah, fast money. Diane Hill, fast money. Mike Wash, fast money. Curtis Davis, fast money. Antoine, when is the next live show? You know what? I wasn't even planning on doing this one. I'm going to try to announce the next one. I'm not trying to do one tomorrow, but I'm going to try to announce the next one. And that way give everybody like some, you know what I mean, a little time. Because I just be jumping on here. Today I just jumped on here, man. # fast money, # fast money. Favorite, I see you. JM, I see you. Yeah, 10,000 a day. Okay, Curtis Davis, fast money. You know, Grant got that 10X conference, man. We're gonna have a fast money conference. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we gonna do. Okay, I done already said it. Okay. Kevin Holt, fast money. That's what I'm talking about. Let's grow this money, man. Let's get it. It'll take all day to do nothing. Taking all the smoke. What's going on? I don't even know what's going on. I see smoke in here. I'm trying to drive intense. Diane, you done killed me. Nah, I ain't talking about she trying to drive intense. Hey, you know, be safe out there, man. Like I said, I'm proud of you. Okay, I don't know what's going on. That's what I'm talking about. # fast money. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey. My bad. The hood me just came out a little bit. Let me tone it back down. Let me get back to my professional self. Oh yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll show y'all this real quick. Completed 2 degrees, 2.5 years. Non-stop. Reason why I'm showing that is because I did those 2 degrees in 2.5 years, associate's and a bachelor's degree in 2.5 years, non-stop. I don't quit. I don't sleep. I get to it. I'm a go-getter. That's it. I get to it. I'm focused. So when y'all ride with me, y'all just know I don't stop. You know what I'm saying? I don't stop. I don't quit. When I'm focused on something, I'm the kind of person, I don't even want to go against me. Like if it was somebody like me on the other side, I don't want to compete against me because I know the kind of person that I am, I wouldn't want to go against. I don't quit. I would rather die than to quit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's me. So, look, let's just get it, man. This fast money team. I need to get some fast money shirts or something, man. Look, fast money, that's the phrase, man. Grant got the 10X. I don't know what Dave Ramsey got, but we the fast money team. That's what it is. Anyway, I'm happy to see all y'all, man. I'm out of here. Good night. You know I gotta drop this. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name.